Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. People have been requesting it, so I'm here to provide you with an in-depth guide to the game of Mito, which is the Mitosis incentivized testnet. So IR Nobody and the others who have been asking for this, hey, gotta deliver it for you guys. This is a very good campaign that's going to last until December 22nd. So even if you're watching this video as late as maybe even December 12th, it is not too late for you to get started. There are rewards that are associated with this because you are aiming to earn the Mito token. And I'm going to show you exactly what you can do to maximize on this. I know a lot of people, when they see this kind of thing, they think it's very influencer driven. Yes, influencers do have an edge, but if you can have a referral network or you basically can share this with your friends, it also helps you out. There's a lot more to be gained by doing the work than there is just by referral farming. So I just want to make that very clear. And as you guys know I hate testnet campaigns. So it's very rare for me to cover one. This one I think is very well worth it. So let's get into it. But before we do, as always, just remember, nothing I say here is financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube. Please do your own research. And while you're at it, hey, help support me in the channel. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I've got the audio fixed. We'll make sure we keep improving the content on here. We got Swank, Polo, and Dion in the house. Welcome to everyone who is watching on Twitter as well. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, make sure you do that as well. I got some hefty goals. I'm going to be providing much more content on Twitter, making threads and things like that. Also, follow me on the bank. The wallet's getting fatter as we progress in the bull run. If you want to see growth in your wallet to that extent, follow the channel. And also, if you want extra coaching, guidance, and support, check out my services, the Web3 Secret Society, or schedule a private video call. Now, as you guys know, we have talked about mitosis a couple times on this channel. The reality was it became very over-farmed during the point of time in the summer with EtherFi. They've expanded out their services beyond just EtherFi, but even still, I felt farming mitosis with liquidity just wasn't a competitive edge anymore, especially when everyone was bored, right? There was a big lull in the summer. You know what they say about go away in May, come back another day or whatever it is, right? Well, the game of mitosis is dropping at a very pivotal point. There is money to be made in so many places, so people cannot prioritize everything like they could in the summer. So this gives you a competitive edge if you've got time, but not necessarily the capital that you need. So first thing I want you to do, and remember, links to everything I show are in the description. Check out the Mitosis Galaxy page. Make sure you do as many of the Galaxy quests as possible. This is one that I completed earlier today, which is the game of mitosis. Get used to mitosis. You get like an OAT for just doing a bunch of remedial tasks. As you know, we just wrapped up the treasure game hunt. So I did post this in a previous video before the deadline. The password was 1024 for Morse 1. And I wasn't smart enough to figure out what the answer to the Lost Morse number 2, which was around like dissecting and figuring out what these group of pictures were. It only rewarded the first 100 people. There were people on Twitter trying to sell this information for 1 or 2 SOL. And they were trying to do this when there was like 95 people already, participated. So don't know how I feel about that, but so be it. Now, we have been preparing for the game of mitosis for quite a bit of time. In fact, a lot of the work we've done in providing liquidity has been to help us get into different ranks. As you can see here, I'm in top rank in Diamond. And basically the idea was if you had better tier information, it basically lets you know when you could join the testnet, right? Diamond holders got guaranteed participation, exclusive benefits. Same with Platinum. And then the others had to get like raffle tickets, etc. So hopefully you found your way in. If not, I'll make sure I include my referral code to get you in there. I think that should be enough. And now we move on to the next stage. So you guys probably have a page as well. This is another way to sort of boost up your numbers. I know in the Web3 Secret Society, we share our pages and everyone goes in and likes other people's pages regularly. But let's get to the main show, which is the game of Mito going from November 27th to the 22nd of December. Your goal here is to basically maximize your testnet assets because that will be converted into the airdrop that you receive. So the way that airdrop is calculated is 70% of your testnet Mito token holdings and 30% of the other testnet assets. And the idea here is you go sort of rise up the ranks. You're going to go from different thresholds, different tiers, and then you get these assets which you will accumulate because the higher tier you are, the better the assets get. There are some restrictions on what I'm doing here. I'm going to explain that later. Please don't let it restrict you, but I have to prioritize safety at all costs. So the first thing you do is you sort of sign in when you go to the Mitosis testnet. One of the things you will see here when you come on is you'll have to connect your wallet. You may have to put your Twitter in, put your Discord. There is a game you can play here, which is if you basically, I don't know why it's not going right now, but basically you flip cards to earn XP. So the way it works is, let me just see if I refresh this page and it'll let me do it. It basically starts a blank slate. You see here, when you click on these buttons, you can spell out mitosis, but if you click over here, which is, all right, let's go back here. Let's click on play a mini game because it does get confusing. What happens, right, is people can add the word you see here. Like you just try to click on the letters to spell mitosis. If you click off it, you can prevent other people from spelling the word. And the reason this matters is you flip the card spelling Mito together. Clicking outside Mito resets the game for everyone. Complete Mito to earn 5 XP each. So you click here. You see, I just was a big pain for people. I'll stop doing that because I don't think it's cool to do it. You know, I'll do it one more time. I can't help myself. But you can go in there, do that. You get 5 XP. I think it's capped once per day because I've tried doing it multiple times. Didn't get it. The next thing you want to do is you want to click on the faucet. So what you can do at all times is click the overview button here. And you see the 6 different things you can do. So we'll do them in this order. We'll start with faucet, okay? So you click here, it takes you to faucet. And you see, click on this to see your current eligibility. So this is where you connect your wallet, you link your social media, your eligibility criteria. And because of my rank, I got the bonus faucet as well. So the main faucet you can use 10 times. And every single time you do this, you basically get some testnet assets on Mito, ETH, and USDT. And there's a bonus faucet which gets you a bunch of other assets on all these other chains, and it has a 24-hour cooldown for each of them. The main faucet can be done only 10 times, which is why I said, if you join on December 12th, I mean, you're behind, but you can still make bank, I think. And if you join after the fact, you get less than the full 10. In terms of the bonus faucet, you get it every day. So make sure you maximize this if you haven't already. Now, ways to fund your wallets. Make sure as well that the game of Mitosis will support other assets on the Sepolia testnets. You will need Sepolia ETH for gas fees, and you get it also from the mantle where you need mantle on Sepolia mantle, which needs to be claimed and bridged separately. So all of this information is here on this page. For the Sepolia testnet, you will need to sign into Alchemy. I use my Google to do that. And then you can sort of enter in your address, do the verification, and get your ETH. And the mantle testnet's much easier. You just sort of get to go and do 1 MNT every single day. Unless you hold 1,000 MNT, in which case you have to wait a much longer time. So let's go back here. We went here and got the claim. If we click on this, we can now click deposit. You can also get to deposit by clicking on this burger icon on the right. You see it right here. It'll bring it up here. You can go to assets and you can click on any of these. And where is this right here? What am I doing? Sorry. Yeah, sorry. You click on deposit. It's this button. Sorry, it's not the burger icon. It's this download icon. My bad. You click on deposit and you can go in here and select whichever assets you want to deposit. You see here, I've got some ETH here on Arbitrum. I can go do that and just, put 0.1 and hit the deposit button and it will do that for me. You can also go ahead and redeem much the same way, just so you're aware. Okay. So that is the deposit piece. The next is voting on proposals. Make sure you go and vote. I didn't do it completely just so I can show you. You click on vote here if you don't have voting as 100%. And what you'll do is when you click vote, you submit vote, you type in 100 wherever you want to. So we'll put 100 over here and submit vote. I've already did this one. So let's go to ETH. And you see here, I didn't do it. And you can do it for ETH, Arbitrum, Optimism Base. So you do it for all of them. So let's do compound here. We'll hit submit vote. You get XP every single time you do this. And the reason you want XP is actually what's going to level you up. If you want to maximize your assets, you need to maximize your XP. And everything that we are going to do in this campaign, let's just say, is to maximize your XP. So I'm submitting it right now. That's going to get me some XP. And what we'll do now is we'll go to our page, right? So this is our page. You can see here, I got more than the average Morse. And what you can see here is your little today's XP. And we click on XP and tier over here to see when I've gained it. It does have a bit of a lag, so it doesn't come automatically. You see, I got voting +5, voting +5, Mito game +5, referral points, referral points, claim personal faucet, make deposit on Easypolium. You can see you get these XP. And the idea here is you want to maximize this XP as much as possible. The reason for this is what we see in tier info. So the goal here is obviously to get to diamond. Bronze doesn't sound as great as diamond. When you have bronze level 1, actually bronze 3, which is the lowest, you are getting 1.11 Mito daily and 0.4 daily cell rewards. I'll explain what that is. Your goal here is to get as many cells because you want to get items, and you want to get as many Mito because the Mito is going to be used in the airdrop. Remember, 70%, where is this? 70% of the airdrop is going to be your testnet Mitosis holdings or your Mito holdings, okay? So, sorry, I always forget where this stupid thing is. Right here, okay. So, over here, we want to keep going up. So, bronze 3 is worse than bronze 2, which is worse than bronze 1. I'm currently gold 3. So, I'm getting 13.32 daily Mito. I'm getting 5 daily cell rewards. I want to get next to emerald, which is, I'm going to go to, sorry, I'm getting gold 3. So I'm 9.44 and 3.5, but I will get to 9.99 and 3.7 with gold 2, then up to 13.22 and 5 with gold 1, so and so forth with gold, emerald, and diamond. With diamond, you're getting 55.5 mitosis on diamond 1 and 20.8 daily cell rewards. So that's the goal here, is to maximize this. I need to get to 699 to get to level 6. And I need to maximize my XP. You see, I just got another 5. So you want to go in here and maximize how much XP you get. Something else you can do is get a total XP boost. So this is based on the number of items you're using. So you will get cells. What cells do is you can craft cells, and 80% of the time you get a cluster. There is a document on that I will open up right now. So let's just get to it right here. So item crafting and enhancement. So the way it works is 80% of the time, this is very similar to Chroma. They did something similar. Cell plus cell equals cluster. 20% of the time, you lose it. Then 70% of the time when you take cluster and cluster together, you get an item and level 1. Okay? So you can upgrade and you get to a level 1 item, which gives you a 5% XP boost. Then you can do the same thing. You can take an item plus 3 clusters to get to item level 2. You can sort of do that and keep kind of going up all the way to level 5. The higher level it is, the bigger the boost. But remember, you can always lose your item as well. And if you want it at any point to get rid of an item because it's useless and it's kind of redundant, you can burn your item to get 1 cluster. Okay? So the goal here is to get to the stage where you have your guy sitting here with as many items as possible. So we click on inventory. You see here, I've got 6 different item slots. By clicking the My button, this is all of the items that I have access to. If I click on its face, I only have these 2 options, right here. So I can click on this one or this one. You see it changes right here. I double click on this, it changes right here. So I can take either one of these and upgrade them to level 5. I can burn the other one if I wanted to. At any point in time as you make changes, you hit apply, and it will save this once you submit the transaction. I just had to submit the transaction on the testnet and sign this. So that is exactly what I'm doing. Also, if you do want to join, here is my referral code. I will include this in the description of the video, L621JM. If you need it, just definitely feel free to use it. And then obviously the tier info, we've already gone through this, okay? So I'm going to do a craft right now. So I'll take 2 cells. I'll hit synthesize. It's going to combine those cells. 80% of the time I get an item. Obviously, I'm not lucky, so I just lost 2 cells right here. You see that right there? Great. I have 2 clusters. So what I'm going to do is I got a 70% chance of getting an item. Let's just do that. So let's go over here and synthesize. This one doesn't have a gas transaction. Oh my God, you guys are so unlucky for me. I lost an 80% and a 70% live. So I've just lost basically a bunch of cells. So I'm gonna have to wait to get some more cells. And remember, every single day I'm gonna get some more cell rewards. I get, where is it? I get 3.5, but I want more. So you have to sort of do the galaxies and everything else to get more, okay? So I'm going to be going back and voting later. And here's all the assets I have right now. I currently have 260.5 assets of Mito assets, and I have all of these others. You want to keep growing this because, once again, you want to maximize your asset holding because 70% of this Mito is what's going to be given to you at the onset of the token generation event. And the other 30% comes from your other holdings. And if you want to bump these numbers up, you got to bump up your level. I sort of hope that makes a lot of sense. Let's just check in the comments, see what people are saying. Andrew saying, I can't link my Twitter to Mitosis. Definitely want you to go into the Discord and talk to the Mitosis team. Doing this live, doing Yield Kings. Oh, you're gambling. Nice, nice. Yeah, Andrew, I don't really know if it won't link. You have to go talk to them. There's a much heavier ranking for EOL over deposit. Yeah. So Tony, we're about to get to it. I'm just going in order. You deposit and EOL. That's correct. So the goal here, guys, by the way, is we're not just sort of doing one piece. I want you guys to understand sort of all of it. So I showed you my page. Let's go to the EOL opt-in, okay? So the next thing you do here is you can opt in your assets to work in EOL. So you want to do this, and also you want to claim your reward. So I'm going to go in here right now. I have $42 of claimable rewards. What you do is every single time you can claim, just go in and claim it, sign your testnet transaction to do so. So that's the easy one. Let's just do it. Great. So that's done. Now let's go back to the EOL opt-in. If you just started, you likely won't have anything here. Let's go to ETH. And what we'll do is we're going to EOL opt-in. I'm going to max this out here at 0.0001, whatever. We'll do it in here. And we're going to submit the transaction. So I go in here and do this. Now, you can use your Mitosis assets for other things. Like, you don't have to put all of it in EOL. As you just saw in the comments, somebody's on Yield Kings. There's a bunch of other websites I'm going to show you in a second. So don't just jump the gun and put everything in here. I'm just going to show you quickly what you go in. So I personally will be focusing more on EOL opt-in. And the reason for that is security. I'm going to explain why in a second. So I've already went through this. We talked about maximizing your testnet balance. So we talked about sort of the path to collect XP, right? So you can go in here, and the ways to, get XP is on-chain activity. So engaging with Mitosis L1 and ecosystem applications. Deposit, redeem, governance vote. Voting happens every 72 hours during the testnet period. So make sure you do that. You can use the ecosystem dApp. So Clobber is a swap. DVX is a trade and deposit. Chromo is swap, provide liquidity, lock, stake, LP tokens. Tilo is lend, borrow, and Yield Kings is purchase NFTs. There's also Discord role-based bonuses. And then, Super Pass referral and waitlist and Game of Mitosis referral. So like I said, it's not an influencer-driven campaign. Now, there is XP multiplication strategies. So this is strategic item usage. Crew system is not available yet. And obviously, if you hold Morse. So you guys probably remember, we got Morse token for participating in Mitosis. I sold all of mine like an idiot. And then what I did was I bought some of the NFTs and I flipped these back in the summer. I bought the mythic ones and flipped them. So I have no Mitosis and no Morse. One of the things you can consider doing is either picking up some Morse or some Mitosis NFTs, or the sidekick, I guess, the Morse sidekick Mitosis NFT. And sort of the reason you'd want to do that, if we just go back for a second, is a Morse holder, automatic XP boosters for Morse NFT holders, right? So you hold the Morse token. If you hold at least one full Morse token, it becomes the Morse sidekick NFT. That's sort of how it works. Now, it's tracked automatically from your wallet, so you don't have to do anything, but it's definitely very important to know. So for EOL opt-in, you can go in here and basically supply for all of these. The other option though, right, because obviously you get some good APYs, is go to the dApps. So dApps over here are what we talked about earlier, right? So Clobber's the DEX. Chromo is sort of the market maker. DVX is the perp DEX. Tilo allows you to lend and borrow, kind of like Aave. Yield Kings is like a casino. My issue with this, and I'm not 100% certain that I want to do this yet, it's because of the risk that involves me connecting my wallet to these third-party sites, especially when I get flagged that they're not the most secure. So I'm going to be personally trying to weigh my risk versus reward here, because I don't expect to get $10,000 from Game of Mitosis, not at all. So I have to make sure I manage the risk. Obviously, the wallet that I'm using right now has $250,000. So I don't know if I really want to make sure I do that. You see, Rob Inwoods over here has made a very good thread exactly on what he's doing and sort of, the order you do it in. So I make sure I include that as well in the description. But, it is really up to you how you choose to tackle this. So my overall plan is obviously very straightforward. I'm going to go in here, claim my faucet. I'm going to go in here, maximize my XP by voting. I'm going to be voting on every single thing. I'm going to do the EOL opt-in on everything. If you want to instead go ahead and use those apps, right? So if you want to use those apps, my recommendation is you go in here and you deposit a lot of your tokens in here. Once you do that, then you can use those on the applications. So I hope that sort of makes sense. If you're wondering why you keep bouncing between gold and emerald, or why you got demoted, Randall, it's because it's a ranking system, right? So the way it works is it's not fixed. If we go, I have so many pages open, it gets so confusing. But if you go here and you look at your tier info, right? Diamond is the top 0.1%. Diamond 2 is top 0.2. Diamond 3 is top 0.5. Emerald 1 is top 1%. Emerald 2 is top 2%. Emerald 3 is top 5%. So right now I'm in the 30th percentile. To get into the 20th percentile, I need to get to this XP, basically. I need to get to this, I believe. So we're going to see how it works. The idea is we keep doing this, and the way you get that up there is get more XP. The more XP you get, the more you get. I hope this sort of makes sense. Spend about half an hour going through this. And by the way, Jeff Saro, I see your question. If you can't deposit in Mitosis testnet with Arbitrum, you might not have the Sepolia Ethereum that you need. So make sure you go ahead and go to the Faucet and claim that. So I'm just going to find that stupid thing right here. So here, Alchemy Faucets, Ethereum Sepolia, or you can find it in the initial setup page of the Game of Mitosis handbook, which I have linked below. So definitely check this out, guys. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Would love to, see you guys succeed. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see more guys like this. Guys, if you probably noticed, I've made 5 videos in the last 2 days. Let me know if you like stuff like this. I'll keep coming to you live. Guys, this is the most important part of the bull market. I'm here for you guys. Show your support. Show that you're here for me. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.